technical thing over here again. Anyway, it is Monday, September 7th, 2020. My name is Terry Morgan, and we are here to practice Tai Chi. We have some stretches, and then we have a small room set that we've been working on. I'm going to drink a little bit more coffee. I'm going to look at the error that's showing up again over here. Technology. I've been in technology forever, and I really sometimes it's what we have. Have coffee. Have some coffee. Have some coffee with me, then we'll practice, all right? This is one of the things that I do have. There's some things that I don't. Yeah, oh well. And there's some things that I do like to keep, and having my coffee in the morning is just one of those things. I'm grumpy if I don't have my coffee. Cheers. Let's get started. Alright, so, excuse me, we'll face this way. We do our outward stretches, inward stretch, left side, right side, and then I'm going to stop for a minute, okay? So, stand straight, feet about shoulder width apart, shoulders down and relaxed, pull up through the crown of the head, arms down at your sides, open the arms, stretch down through the fingertips, pull up through the body, arms circle to the front, and back to both sides, come to the center, up along the center line, and stretch out, bend the knees, keep the abs up, roll through the back, big circle. Two more. Reach out. Relax through the hip as you stretch out over your legs. Relax the hip, open the hip, reach out. And one more time. Stretch up, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, follow your fingertips down, roll down through the back, relax your breath through the movement. Nice and easy. Use the breath breathe out, breathe in. And breathe in. Relax. Two more times. Follow your fingertips down, roll down through the back, relax the hip, use the legs. And both hands come down, elbows, fingertips. Separate, hands return to your sides. Pull up along center line. Turn to the left. And come to center, turn to the right. Come to center, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. I'm gonna rest for just a second here. Take a break, grab a coffee. I ate something yesterday that didn't sit well with me at all. And it's causing a little issue. So there's a couple of things that I'm just not going to do right now. Same kind of thing that I've talked about any number of times, with the idea that when you're practicing, right, your goal is to, among other things, promote your own good health. If you're doing something that is uncomfortable, usually that means you're doing something a little bit incorrect. In this case for me, it means that I ate something yesterday. It was some really tasty bread. It was good, it was fresh, it was wonderful. I don't usually eat bread. So I need to drink a whole lot more water today. So, coffee has water. Well, I'm going to drink some more coffee. My point is, as I'm pretty sure you already figured out, this idea of when we practice, what do we have? What are we working with? What's my body doing today? How do I feel today? Well, I'm wearing socks instead of shoes. Um, it's, I've had some issues with my ankle, left ankle. And I've found that if I'm working on carpet and properly warmed up, I don't have the same issues as if I have the shoes on. So we're not wearing shoes today. I have this other thing going on. And so I had to say, well, now wait a minute. Is this comfortable or not? Right? This is how you practice. Right? I'm going to get up, I'm going to practice, I'm going to do something. That's not working for me today. So what are we going to do? We're going to switch over. We're going to work on our stepping method a little bit. And then we're going to pay a little bit more attention to a couple of things in the Taiji form. Right? So it's part knowing your own. So the stretches were causing me a little bit of distress, is why we're not doing them. So knowing that, I'm going to admonish people again. This is me as the teacher coming out. All right, if you know that something is bothering you, don't do it. Stop. It's just. But teacher, I want to practice. Yes, I understand that. But today, maybe your knee's bothering you. Maybe today, your shoulder's bothering you. Maybe today, your ankle is, something isn't quite right. All right, is it enough? Is it something that, because here's how you question it. Is this something that is transient? Is it something that's temporary? Do I know what's causing it, and do I know it's going to go away? In this case, I absolutely know what's causing it, and yes, I do know it's going to go away. So, for today, what do I need to do? If I didn't know what was causing it, then I need to start looking a whole lot more closely at what my body is telling me. Right? I need to listen to my own body. What is it telling me? And when does it tell me no? It will tell, your body will tell you, say, no, don't do that. This is not a good thing to do. You just have to listen. Why is it telling you that? Well, I've never done this before. This muscle never did that before, so it doesn't really know what to do. Okay, that's fine. That's a learning kind of a thing. This muscle is protesting. Doesn't want to do that, and it hurts. Why does it hurt? Does it hurt because something that you're doing is incorrect? Does it hurt because what you're doing is correct, but you're asking too much of your muscle for today? All right? I want to work in a low stance, my muscle hurts. Why does my muscle hurt? Because I'm working in a low stance. All right? If you're good with that, fine. If you're not, change your stance so it doesn't hurt so much. All right? With other parts of the body, you want to pay more attention to what's comfortable, what's not comfortable, particularly with the internal organs. So this is why we stop for today, for the stretches. All right, now for the leg work, I'm really focused on my lower body, hips, and my legs. That doesn't have anything to do with this up here. So, hands behind back. Feet about shoulder width apart. Shift left, open right. Still have to pull up. Still need to be in balance. just not working. It'll get there in a minute. Warm-ups are good, right? Put down the side and straighten, stay there, sink left, open right, and let's go again. Transfer the weight, bring the foot through, and shift. Better. And shift back, put the left foot down on the side, turn the right toes, and straighten. Okay, so stepping method, if you're paying attention to the leg work, if you're paying attention to the footwork, right, most of the upper body stays quiet. It's involved, it's present, but it's not the same kind of involvement, I guess is a good way to say it, as if we're doing brush knee, right? So the stepping, and we have stepping method, right? Step, shift back, turn, step through, shift back, turn, shift back, step through, shift back, turn, step through, right? Brush knee. If we're using hands with this, then it's a different engagement in the upper body, right? So what we've just done, we said, all right, upper body is not going to do so much work. Upper body is just going to be there. A focus on my legs. What are my legs doing, right? As we practice that more and more, it becomes a natural type of movement. This rolling step that we have in Tai Chi tends to become more of a habit. At least, especially, it needs to become a habit when you practice. Because once it becomes a habit, then we can start to add in more things. All right? So, with that in mind, let's do a little bit of form practice here. Stand straight, feet together. Salute. And open left. Raise the arms. Press down. Open right. Turn. Relax. Quiet the mind, quiet the body. Get into it again, and I'll call the names. One of the elements of practice is this sense of quiet. So I just been talking a bit about using legs, and now I'm going to move into practice. So this idea of quieting the mind, moving out of that verbal chatter. And even if it's something that's useful and important information, and it's still verbal. You want to move away from that over into much less verbal and more holistic state of mind, where the mind is open to what is going to become the next move. Try again. Feet together. Stand straight. Salute. Relax. Know where you are. Consider what comes next. Open. Center. Raise the arms. Press down. Shift left. Open right. Step through. Ward off, pull down. And turn. Step through. Ward off, pull down. Turn. Grasp the bird's tail. Pull down. Press. And push. Single whip. Raise your hands. White crane spreads its wings. Fresh knee. Step up. Hands Strum The Lute. Turn. Brush knee. Deflect downward. Parry and punch. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Closing the door. Crossing hands. Open. And straighten. Close. Salute. What I'm hoping happened is that as we went through, you tried to think about what was next at the same time as you're thinking about what you're doing. It's hard. It's hard to do that. It's hard. It's very much like playing chess. You're looking at the board wherever you're at, and you're saying, you know, all right, well, this happens, this happens, this happens. You're usually 4 or 5 moves ahead at least of whatever is on the board. And if you're playing well, your opponent is not quite that far along. So, all right. In Tai Chi, we have very similar kind of concepts, that each movement has multiple opportunities to become another movement. Each movement has multiple opportunities to become another movement. In order to see those, in order to use those, in order to understand how that works, we have to have this dual thing going on, where there's enough concentration on what I'm doing right now, that I'm still doing everything as I should. And then for this particular exercise, simultaneously considering what the next move in this sequence is. Right? So as I'm here, I'm opening, right? Both arms up. I'm already thinking as I need to go down, and I know I'm going to now shift left, but don't get there too early, and open right. And once I get to the end of this move, I know the next thing is to step through. And then I'm going to turn to my right. And as I do that, I'm going to step through again. And I know here that I'm going to continue that turn and pull down to come around and press. All right. Let's go through this one more time, and then I'm going to go back to this sequence and show you something a little different. All right. Feet together. Stand straight. Salute. Breathe in. All the way to the right. Open left. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, press down. Shift left, open right. Step through. and turn. Raise your hands. White crane spreads its wings. Turn, brush knee. Step up, Hands Strum The Lute. Turn, brush knee. Shift back. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Shift back, close the door. Turn. Crossing hands. Palms out, press down, and close. Alright, so still, I'm going to grab a little bit of coffee here for a second. So this idea that we have both what we're doing right now and what we're going to do next, potentially multiples of what we're going to do next, in mind. Okay, so the idea that we could do these things has to be there. The intent of what we're going to do is part of whatever the particular move is. So mind and intent are connected and related, but they are not the same thing in this system. The philosophical system that I've learned has a separation between the idea of mind and the idea of intent. They're not the same. Okay? So we want to distinguish those two. What I'm talking about this morning is paying attention to what you're doing, which includes your intent. And you have to be mindful of what you're doing. Your mind has to be present, right? But at the same time, it's, in the back of your mind kind of a thing. There is the opportunity for what comes next. And in this case, what I've said is pay attention to this particular form, what comes next in this form. So, I'm going to go back to the beginning, this very beginning piece. I open, okay, salute, right? Open, okay. Arms up. I know that at the point that my arms get to the top of where I'm going to take them, they're going to turn and go down, right? I know that in advance. For this movement, I'm not thinking to take my arm out to the side. I'm not thinking to take this arm up. I'm not thinking go out this way. I'm not thinking push here. I'm not thinking push there. I'm not thinking separate out there. I'm thinking just turn it and come down. That's the way this particular move works. Now, I know that here, for this particular move, and I'm emphasizing this is the move, right? Up and down. I'm exaggerate the turn in the arm, but it's there. In application, it's very much there. Alright, so I know for this exercise, this is what I'm doing. I also know, based on what my arm can do, I could do this, which is fundamentally the same move, right? I could get to here and I can go up, but not for this move, right? So as I'm working through each next move, I'm going to consider it's possible to do what from where I am. Is it correct in this form? One of the things that the forms give us is that definition for where your body can go, right? Where it makes sense to do something, right? So for me to reach around behind myself and try and do something over here, not a good plan. This elbow might be good, but right? All right, so we're here, open, palms pressed down. Now shift left, open right. I could just as easily shift right and open left. Yeah, I could. Same move on the other side. We can turn the form around and we can go to the left. We can start out going to the left side and everything reverses. Yes, it does. It does. We can practice that way. Right? So what are my opportunities here? I'm going to shift left. I could bring my right leg up and actually do something over here with it. I can shift left, open right, and move through, right? It's different. The point is, each move opens up something that is part of the form and may not be the next actual move in the particular sequence that we're practicing. Best example I can show you is what we just practiced, right? We have, we're here, come around single whip. It's white crane. Brush knee. Step up. Hands Strum The Lute. Brush knee. From brush knee, right? White crane. Brush knee. White crane. Deflect downward, parry, and punch. I could do that, right? Again, white crane, and I'm going to come down, brush knee. White crane, deflect downward, parry, and punch. I'm here, I'm down. Brush knee, deflect downward. White crane, deflect downward. I can do both. There's no, if I wanted to, I could. The key to practice is to know that you can. Know how the form works, because the form is a tool to give you these kinds of things in your practice. Know how the form works. Understand the foundation for the movement. What are you doing? Where's your body going? What's your direction? Right? And we know that it's along a circle. What are the opportunities for changes along that circle? Practice again. Feet together. Stand straight. Salute. Open. Arms up. Press down. Shift left, open right. Step through. And turn. Step through. Turn the waist. Pull down. Press. Shift back. Push. Turn. Single whip. Elbows drop down, hands in, circle, raise the hands. And white crane spreads its wings, brush knee. Step up, Hands Strum The Lute. Brush knee. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Shift back. Close the door. Turn. Crossing hands. Open. Close and straighten. And close. Salute. Each move, right? We come from Hands Strum The Lute, brush knee. Brush knee is one of those ubiquitous moves that all Tai Chi systems have in some form or another. This version is from Yang style. A little more twist in the Wudang brush knee step, but very, very similar in character. So we have this left leg front, left hand comes around the knee. Right leg front, right hand comes around the knee, right? As you step through in this opportunity for change, I can change to another move, I can do brush knee again, I have direction that I can adjust, many opportunities. Within the form, we take a particular set of those opportunities and practice that. What I'm trying to encourage today, and I'll review this one more time, is this idea that we want to also pay attention to where we can consider other changes. So if my sequence, I did this for this particular set. Alright, so we have a sequence. This is brush knee and shift back and go brush knee, and then we shift back and we do brush knee again, and then we step up and Hands Strum The Lute. Okay, that's traditional Yang style form. The problem for me with that in this space is that I don't have enough space. What do? How can I adapt? Where do I see those changes? This is a fairly concrete example. Where I'm going with it is that in your practice, and if it were practical applications and things, what am I going to tell my opponent? Stay there, I'm going to do brush knee, right? Wait for me. Wait a minute, I think the best move for this is going to be white crane, because then I can kick you. Wait for me. No, it doesn't happen. right? So how can you start to get that sense of where those changes might occur, so that if you were in practice or in a more realistic situation, what can you do? What are my opportunities? Right? I could be in a very crowded, been there, not recently, not for months, right? But very crowded train station. Is Tai Chi going to help? I still got to get to the gate. How's that going to help? Step through, step through, step through. If I've got my pack on and I'm gradually stepping through the crowd, then I'm not bumping anybody, I'm not pushing anybody, I'm just moving into the space. And Tai Chi teaches us how to do that. It's one of the nice things about Tai Chi. It gives us a better sense of where there is that empty space that I might be able to move into. It gives us another perspective through which to see what we're doing. So let's do this one more time. Feet together. Being mindful of what we're doing and anticipating just a little bit, not a lot, just a little, what the next move is. Salute. Shift right, open left. Arms up. Press down. Shift left, open right. Step through. Turn. Step through. Turn. Pull down. Press. Shift back and push. Fingertips down, turn, single whip. Turn. Raise the hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. And turn again. Brush knee. Step up. Hands Strum The Lute. Turn. Brush knee. Shift back. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Shift back. Close door. Turn. Crossing hands. Palms out. Press down. Straighten. And close. Salute. Okay, longer class than usual today. I hope some of my instruction and some of the concepts that I was talking about are going to be useful to you. They're fairly important. I'll come back to them. Again, thank you very much for being here today. I will see you tomorrow.